Hey guys, what's going on? So I have taken quite a liking to Honkai Impact 3, so I decided to do a little guide for it. Today we're talking about how to level up quickly, because getting your captain level higher is very important for unlocking the various content in the game, and the sooner you do that, the sooner you can enjoy the more parts of the game. Level 30 we have just reached in our third day of playing here. So there are a few very important things, and the main one's probably going to be your mission tab, specifically story mission. Here you can see clear storyline 3-11, 2-13, blah blah blah. And so these are the main chapters, and then down here you have the side chapters, or the ones that start with S. So S3-5, S2-8. And something important to note here, because I kind of got messed up in this area, is if you do say like S3-6, before you do S3-5, you'll have to go back and do S3-5 again. I do that for several side story missions, so make sure to do those in order, or just every time you finish a level, go back to the mission tab, claim your reward, so that way none of that can happen. And of course, you can see here you get 18 EXP, 21 EXP. This is Captain EXP, so this will level up your account level. We also have daily missions, which of course you should do all of. We don't have many here left, just the Armada and the event stages left to do, but you get quite a lot of EXP as well. There's something called Bounty, where you take a certain character in a stage a certain amount of time, so make sure to always do that as well, because I think you get like 75 experience, and that's a lot of experience. In addition to daily mission, you'll also be getting a special chip that will increase your EXP by 50% for an hour. Again, I can't really show that because I've already used, and it's no longer with us, but you can see it here in Captain EXP bonus. Of course, if you're in your first month of playing, you'll also have the newbie Captain bonus, which is the same as a chip, but it lasts for a month. Also, if you're willing to drop 99 cents, you can go into the top up tab and get this. This here is a 1-day EXP booster for players level 50 and below, which lasts 24 hours. This sounds really good, especially if you're like in your first day or two, but later on you can run through your stamina very quickly, and it takes quite a long time to recharge. You can buy stamina with crystals, but once it gets to 75 crystals for 60 stamina, I don't know, personally I have a very hard time justifying that purchase. I do it when it costs like, I don't know, is it 15 or 20 twice, and then it goes up to 50, and you can do that twice. And I'm a little bit hesitant on the 50s as well, but especially early on I want to get up higher, because there were at least 3 things that unlocked when we hit level 30, and that's Armada content, Boss Invasion, and Matrix Explorer, so we can do this now. So it's pretty important for me to get to level 30. Now I don't know if I'll be refreshing for 50 anymore, because as far as I know, the only thing we'll really get access to after this is like further event stages and things on the base as well. Like this unlocks at level 33, some of these unlock at like 39, you can see here. We got picked as support 100 times. Thank you for the gold. There's actually not much else to say about leveling up quickly. Basically, just getting as far as you can in the story stages. We were actually starting on Supreme here, and I got to S1-2. It's a recommended level of 39, and we were 29 when we were trying this. I could have done it in like 10 minutes, but then it's not really worth it, especially if you have an EXP booster going on. So when they're recommending a level 10 levels higher than you are, you probably don't really want to go for it. Like up to 5 levels more is probably doable, as long as you are continually upgrading your Valkyries and upgrading their stigmatas, etc. Another reason you'd want to level up quickly is, of course, your power. Your Valkyrie's level is capped to your level, and leveling up their level increases their skills, increases their attributes, etc, etc. Also, once you hit level 30, you have access to this little box here. I was trying to get to level 30 last night because I was already at the 150 mark, and I was like, I'm gonna miss out on some rewards. But considering it's just 15 crystals and a little toolbox, the crystals I would have had to spend to get there would have definitely not made that reward worth it. I also did do a 10+1, but I accidentally did standard instead of focused. I'm not too sure what the big difference is. Probably have a higher chance of getting a certain one. So yeah, at the beginning, crystals are very easy to come by. I probably would recommend doing a 10+1 once you have maybe about 3,800, 4,000 crystals, so you still have some crystals to recharge stamina, to buy something from the supply shop. You know, there are some good things in here. Sometimes you need a lot of this stuff to upgrade your weapons, some for stigmata I believe as well. Basically, to summarize, is just going as far as you can in the story mode, doing as hard of stuff as you can. Of course, if you're currently using an EXP chip, don't go for the super hard stuff that takes so long, because you're spending too much of your EXP chip with not enough returns. Preferably you'd want to do the high cost stuff on your EXP chip, like Supreme levels if you can do those. or even hard works as well, because while you don't get more EXP for the cost, you can typically do them faster and then do your normal runs off the chip. I believe you get the same EXP as stamina cost, but of course in your first month when you have that newbie bonus, you'll be getting 1.5 times the stamina cost. So as far as I'm aware, it doesn't really matter if you're running on hard, normal, or supreme. You'll always get the same EXP to stamina ratio. There is of course another way to gain EXP, and that is through the command center, but I wouldn't recommend this for new players in their first month, because as you can see, you can get 45 EXP here, but it also costs 45 stamina. So basically it's a one-to-one trade-off there. You also get some rewards, blah blah blah. And I wouldn't recommend this because running story stages will just give you more in your first month when you have that newbie bonus. So unless you know it's late and you just want to go to bed and you have like 60 stamina or something, then of course go ahead and do it. Otherwise it'd be pretty much a waste unless you only sleep like 5 hours. Or if you just don't have time to play and you have full stamina, then go ahead and send them on one of these missions, because you know there isn't any auto or auto repeat in this game, so it is a very active playing game. So that's definitely something to note as well. But if you want to be as efficient as possible, spend your stamina in story mode. Just do each story mode one time so you get the mission reward and move on to the next one until it becomes too hard, and then you can go back and farm the stages where you want the items like Valkyrie pieces, etc, etc. Also, of course, don't forget to do your events, because those also grant EXP. We also do get stamina potions from time to time, but they are very, very rare at the moment. I've maybe had 2 so far, and I have another 2, and so, you know, it's a little bit of extra stamina, 30 stamina. Stamina is very, very precious in this game. They don't throw it around like nothing, at least not now. Maybe it's because it's a new game or newly released and like globally, but maybe it'll be a little bit easier to run as much as you want. Of course, it could also be because it is an active playing game, and you know, if we were always overflowing with stamina, that could get very tedious very fast. So the fact stamina is precious is probably a good thing. Well, here's an interesting achievement. It says consume a total of 2,000 stamina. We're at 89%, so we have consumed quite a lot of stamina, which gives you a pretty good idea about how much stamina it requires to get to level 30, which again I think is a pretty big milestone. If you have any other suggestions on how to level up quickly, just make sure to drop that down in the comments below. You could also tell me what you think about this video in general, and leaving a like would also be greatly appreciated if you did happen to enjoy. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.